Guys, this paint job is an absolute disaster. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna continue working on this Nissan 370Z, and our main goal today is to try to get this bodywork 100% complete. As you guys know, there is a few cracks in here. We sanded it down the other video just to see how far it goes, and it looks to be a lot worse than we expected. So we may be removing a good bit of this Bondo. I got my drill bit right here. As you can see, that little tool right there, I'm gonna go right in the groove of the crack and see just how far it goes. If it goes really deep, then I'm gonna start sanding it a lot more. After we get this bodywork 100% complete, primed in, everything good to go, they're gonna move on to this wide body over here, start sanding it, start repairing them fiberglass fenders and all that good stuff. So let's get straight to work. Alright guys, so we just did a first cut down with this tool right here, and as you can see, that is what I expected. It is rust building up behind the Bondo, and that's what's forming these cracks. So we're gonna have to get down a lot more, get all this rust out basically as far as we need to go. There's really not that much Bondo. I thought there would be a lot more. That's probably
quarter inch, actually what you predicted.
A little bit half than quarter inch.
So it's a little bit smaller?
Yeah, a little bit smaller than that, but there is rust. That's exactly what's the main cause of cracking Bondo on every car is rust. So if you don't clean that surface really good or don't sand it down really good, that it's gonna start rusting.
Or have cheap Bondo.
Or cheap Bondo. You know, it can be a lot of things. So let's that's crazy, dude. The first pass and already you can start seeing the rust. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm going along the crack, as you can tell right here. So that's probably gonna be the main area of damage. So I'm just gonna go along this crack right here and this crack and just keep going until we get all this rust out of that bodywork. Alright guys, so I just shaved down the whole entire region around this crack right here, and as you can see, that was our main cause of the cracking Bondo, is this little strip of rust. I don't know what caused it, probably some water, or they didn't clean it too good, or they let the Bondo soak in some water, maybe some rain.
What if
I don't know.
What if it happened, it cracked from the impact, and then it opened it up and then it started rusting?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like from this wheel impacting this quarter panel, everything gave this a lot of stress and shock. Yeah. The metal can flex, but Bondo can't really flex that well if it's cheap Bondo. If you use really good high-end Bondo, it's actually flexible and it will flex with the metal. But this stuff happened to be cheap, cracked, probably rain got in it and started rusting. So we got rid of it. Now it's time to start sanding it and start prepping for more Bondo.
But good Bondo.
Yeah, good Bondo. No, I'm saying Bondo. I'm actually should be saying body filler. So we're gonna get some good body filler. I got some lightweight body filler, and I never had any problems with it, and it's flexible stuff. So let's prep this surface and start body filling it. Guys, so we had to pause for a second. When I was sanding, I noticed that this clear coat, I thought it was a clear coat that was just peeling off really easily, as you can see. And then I got my razor and I actually started messing with it a little bit. And as you can see, look at that. That's like 3 layers of paint. So the first coat of paint, whoever repaired this the first time, did not sand it too well. They sanded it, almost looks like a 1500 or a 2000 grit. So that's the worst thing you can do when painting, because it's just gonna flake right off. And then it didn't flake, so somebody just kept repainting it, and it's been repainted a few times. As you can see, whenever you crack, there's like a few layers of this stuff. So that sucks, because that means we're just gonna have to keep peeling it until it goes completely away, because we cannot paint over this, because it's a little rock chip and it's gonna chip the whole thing. So I'm gonna keep going with the razor and see exactly how much of this stuff comes off.
Yeah, it does suck, but we're just gonna try to get this car looking right. So let's keep on moving here. And
yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work to get this car 100%. That's all I gotta say, but it sucks because it's probably only on this quarter panel, because this quarter panel was damaged. I'm sure the person who bought this car originally with no wide body, this car was repaired. So we're gonna have to peel this all off. I don't know if it's the whole entire quarter panel or not, but
I think it just goes like down everywhere where the Bondo is. So the Bondo goes that way.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So. Definitely. So let's just keep peeling with this razor and see how much we have to peel. guys, so we just waxed and grease removed it. I went ahead and sanded it down with actually a 40 grit sandpaper just to make it really rough so this new body filler will stick to it really nice. So I got some special lightweight body filler right here, no tack formula. This stuff has done me good. I've used this all the time. It's really a good bang for your buck because this stuff is not too overpriced, but it's a really good body filler. So I'm about to mix them up and lay our first coat. So the body filler is completely dry. I got my 80 grit on a block. Hopefully I can sand this all down in one swoop, and then we're gonna throw a little bit of glazing putty.
So a lot of you guys may be wondering why the very first coat is so thin, and that is because you're feeling all the little hairline cracks, right?
Oh, not all the cracks, all the deep scratches from the sanding block. Yeah,
I didn't mean to say cracks.
Yeah, I just press really hard down to make sure I get every little bit, because usually the primer will cover it, but it just takes a lot to sand it out. So this stuff is actually made to do that. It actually says in the description that it's made to do that. So
take care of scratches.
Yeah, it takes care of deep scratches and stuff like that. And this is the best stuff they ever invented, honestly, for body guys, because it's just really easy to sand, and it's basically just like the last step before you actually put primer on once you're doing Bondo. You can put primer on Bondo, but this is like the best because you can smooth everything out to be perfect.
That's the icing on the cake right there.
Yeah, and it's so smooth, it works so well. Like when you use your little spatula right here, it actually kind of levels itself out, as you can see, after a good period of time. Before you sand it, it's all level, and it's just amazing. This stuff will definitely make your bodywork skills a lot better. All right, guys, so while that's drying right there, we actually got a package in for this car, and I'm thinking this is the roof airbag that we ordered, so hopefully it is it, because we can now take apart that roof, the headliner, and actually install this thing and finish it off. Let's check it out.
This piece was around 250, I believe.
250?
Or maybe cheaper.
Here it is.
Now there is another airbag that did deploy. It's in the seat, so I don't know. I think we're gonna go racing seats instead of just...
definitely gonna go with some racing seats. We're thinking red. I think that would look really good. Some red racing.
Red leather Brom racing seats, like we seen at the car show.
Yeah, we did see some red Brom racing seats. Or what were they, like stitched? Dude, really nice.
They were diamond stitched, so that's what really made them stand out.
That would be super sick. That would look really good, but... is this it, dude? Is this the right one?
I mean, we're not going to know until we remove the one in there, so...
I think it is.
Dang, man, we got to have that safety. You know this is a race car, so...
Yep, we got to have the airbag. I think it goes like right along here on the inside of the car.
Yes, sir.
So.
I mean, this is a drift car / race car / everything show car. So, we got to make... you still got to be safe, so... let's go ahead and I guess let's jump in there and start removing that headliner, right?
Yep, let's do it, man.
Have you ever done this before?
I've done this before, and I think you gotta take apart all the plastic pieces in the rear just to get the headliner off. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but we finally got this. This is gonna dry. We're gonna let it dry really good. In the meantime, we're gonna jump into the rear. Probably the rear, start first with the rear. You gotta take all the plastics off, so let's go ahead and start removing.
You look like you're fishing, man. What are you gonna catch with that? You're gonna catch a Thomas.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely catch a Thomas around
Where is Thomas? I was searching for Thomas and he's out back. Look at him. How do you get up there, Thomas? How's he get up there?
I don't know.
Thomas, you're crazy. You know that? We're gonna get back inside and get straight to work.
so we just finished installing this headliner and the airbag. It's all installed nice and neat. Now we're gonna try to locate the SRS module and remove it, and I'm thinking all Nissans hopefully are right here in the center console. It's probably not gonna be as easy as the GTR, but anyways, let's try to remove this and take that SRS module out.
So we never could figure out what that was, did we?
Nope, still don't know.
Nitrous. Maybe to turn the tanks on and off?
Bro, what if...
Oh, that's probably how, you know how these Z's have a problem with...
No, there's something under.
What is it, dude?
I have no idea.
Underglow? This car don't got underglow.
What if it's to make a two-step?
What?
Do people do that?
What? Let's give it a try, might as well.
Have a see if it's spitting flames. It's a fake switch, ain't it? But I mean, there's
it's
wires.
plugged up and stuff. I just don't know what it's for.
Let's just keep on moving with it.
I guess so.
We may have to remove these plastic pieces as well right here because there's bolts all the way in the back. So I'm thinking we need to remove these pieces first and then we'll remove all this so it can come out a lot easier because I don't want to break none of these tabs by pulling on this. So let's go ahead and snap some plastic pieces apart.
Alrighty guys, so now that we got the SRS module out, we did put everything back together so we don't lose any little miscellaneous parts and pieces. But now we're actually gonna go ahead and move on to this quarter panel, right?
Yep, we're gonna move on, start sanding it. Hopefully get it primered in today, you know, that would be awesome.
I don't think we're gonna get to the wide body parts like we really wanted to because this just was a little bit unexpected, man.
This happened. The paint was absolutely a mess on this quarter panel. Just started flaking off. So,
but it's all good, man. We live and we learn and we go through it. No problem.
That's part of it. Whenever you buy auction cars, man, you never know what you're gonna get, man.
Exactly. So
it's a lot of fun.
It is.
I'll tell you that. Guys, we got it all taped up. It's just about ready to throw some primer on it. We do still have to wax and grease remove it, but we're gonna use this 2-in-1 primer. We've used this before. My first time actually using this stuff in the previous video, and this stuff actually works really great. It almost shoots just as good, or if not better, than the gun primer that I use. This stuff actually is some really good stuff. If you guys wanna check that stuff out, if you're primering just like little panels like this, not a whole car. You don't wanna primer a whole car with this or anything, but I'm gonna try primering this whole entire quarter panel. It should do it. I think I have probably like 2 to 3 coats. That should be plenty for this quarter panel. So I'm warming this stuff up right here. I'm warming up the quarter panel because it's not really cold, but I want everything warm so it dries really quick. And then after that, one of you subscribers actually send us out some guide coat, and we actually are gonna put this stuff to a test. It's our first time ever using a guide coat in a can. We usually use black paint or something like that, but guys, we use everything you guys send us, and this is some cool stuff, so I'm excited actually to use it, you know what I mean?
For the ones that are wondering what guide coat actually does, it says it just right there, helps achieve a uniform sanded surface. So this helps sand everything evenly, pretty much. Oh yeah,
that's exactly what it is. So
thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for all the love and support you guys send us. So now we're gonna wax and grease remove this whole entire quarter panel. I already got this shooken up, warmed up, and we're about to spray it in. guys, so we just finished throwing all the coats. We actually threw 4 coats on this, so that is plenty and that's perfect. And we went ahead and threw the guide coat, and just look at that, dude. I've never threw guide coat that perfect. This can mists it just right, so there's not too much and it's just the right amount. So that is awesome. I'm definitely gonna be using this stuff more often. And we have the heaters going here, drying it out, and I think it's ready to start peeling this paper off because this stuff is dry, as you can see. That is awesome, dude. That stuff dries
sir,
pretty
man.
quick.
I'm surprised of how this stuff sprayed so well out of
a can.
Out of a
dude.
can, man.
Yeah, that stuff is amazing, dude. We're definitely gonna have to buy more of this stuff and buy more of this stuff right here.
Yeah, we still got one more bottle and we're still gonna use that up, but we're definitely gonna use that.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Gonna make our job a lot faster and easier. So
Oh yeah.
go ahead and peel this off. That's smooth right there. That's how it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, I took my time on it, just like every time do body work. You gotta take your time, you gotta make it perfect. So now that we're done with this quarter panel, basically complete with the body of the whole car, except for the wide body. I know how we said that we were gonna work on the wide body, but this was just really unexpected. As you've seen, we had to razor blade off that old paint because there was just so much layers of paint on there because it's been repaired before, but we finally got this complete. The body of the car is 100% now, other than wet sanding that quarter panel. But the next move to this build is gonna be this wide body. This is probably gonna be the most time consuming and the most biggest project to this build so far because it is all fiberglass, and fiberglass tends to be a little bit harder to work with, and the surface is not 100% straight like your normal metal panels. And there is a few little cracks and imperfections in this wide body, but we're gonna try to make it look 100%. We're gonna try to make this whole car look really good, so we're gonna take our time on this, just like the quarter panel. You know, you wanna take your time on body work because you want this thing to look sharp when we paint it. So that's our next major project, and we got a ton of wide body pieces. You guys think wide body is just 4 fender flares? No, dude, this is like 20, 30 pieces.
Yeah,
this
it's a bunch
insane.
of pieces. You got an actual fender, and then you got the actual wide body. I mean, every wide body is different. It's just for this Z.
This is like the legit wide body.
Yeah.
It's for the whole entire car. You got your side skirts that come with the wide body. Everything is fiberglass and everything's gonna take time to work.
And I know some of you guys were like saying, get rid of the wide body, but there's no going back now. Boys, look at this, it's cut.
Yeah, it's cut. You can probably, if you really want to do it right, like if we wanted to go back and do it right, we'd have to actually get OEM quarter panel replacements, and that's just way too much work for us.
That's over the budget. That's gonna really cost us way more than...
We're trying to be as cheap as possible, doing our own work on this body, so it's bringing the cost down. So I think it looks really good with the wide body, especially on these wheels and the air ride suspension.
So that is going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. And if you want to support your boys, be sure to visit goonsquad.com. We just restocked on some merch with the Almost OEM on the back, and also the Thomas the Technician merch. And we are going to do something special for this drop, and one of you guys will randomly receive this decal, and today is the last day to do so. I did announce this early on Instagram, so if you don't follow us there, be sure to do so, where you get an inside scoop before YouTube. So be sure to stay tuned, guys. Thanks for all the love and support, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.